Hey guys, how's it going? Keith the Gamer here, back with another video. Today on this video, I am going to be showing you guys what I believe to be the best, underline the word best, pulse rifle in the entire game. As you guys know, pulse rifles are the mother of the Crucible right now. They are the go-to, all-time, all-day of the Crucible right now. And so, I figured, since I do really well with the one that I have, and I do believe that it is one of, if not the best kept secret of the Crucible, because I, myself, have never had a problem with this pulse rifle. You actually see me holding it right now. The pulse rifle is not very hard to get. It's not one of those whole things like the ES Luna or the Red Spectre where you have to get it from a drop. It's just Armsday, actually. So, what this pulse rifle is called, it's called the Suros PDX-41. You can only get this from Armsday packages, I'm positive. It does not come from drops anywhere in the Crucible or in PvE. And it is not being sold this week, unfortunately. So, keep an eye out if you're watching this video. Whenever you're doing your Armsday stuff, whenever it's Wednesday reset, you walk up to the gunsmith, and you see if he has the Suros PDX-41. In the first slot on mine, which is of course the scopes, you have the SLO 12, the SPO 28, and the SRO 41. I use the SRO 41 mostly because it highlights enemies that have supers and stuff like that. So already this sounds like this thing is made for PvP. In fact, it is. In the second column we have high caliber rounds and oil frame. I personally like to use the high caliber rounds. It does pick up the kick up a little bit, but you don't have to use, you know, the whole scope that I use. You can get a little bit of a stability boost from a certain scope. I'm not sure which one it is, but I know one of the scopes give off a stability boost, so that's why I use high caliber rounds. However, I do not use the certain scope. It also comes with oil frame, if I didn't already say that, you know. In the third column, which is the column that everyone always seems to, you know, go crazy about because it will make or break the gun. This one in the third column has a rangefinder, which means it is highly effective at further ranges than it would normally be, therefore making it a beast in Crucible right now. And then in the final column we have lightweight and injection mold. I prefer to use injection mold. It works better for me. When you put this gun together with the rolls that I have on it, and you take a bunch of kids in Crucible and you mix them together with that, it makes a damn good gun. I'm telling you guys right now, like I said earlier, just from looking at the rolls, this thing is made for the Crucible. It is an absolute fucking beast. So, for the rest of this gameplay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to let you guys watch this. However, I'm going to try out something new that I've never really done before. I'm going to commentate over my gameplay so I can show you guys how bad I am at Crucible. But as you guys saw there, that's a 3-shot headshot. Of course, not as good as most people would like it to be. But honestly, if you are, you know, if you're finishing someone up like that, if you're just, you know, if you're finishing someone off, if you're cleaning them up, this thing is great, especially for headshots, like I said. And even if you do have high caliber rounds, like I do, the kick up doesn't really matter since it's a pulse rifle, because you're going to kick up from a body shot to a headshot with that final caliber round, and it works out amazing. Here you see me pop a super, you know, don't really get much done, except for this warlock back here. Hey buddy, yep, bye bitch. Yeah. But this gun is an absolute beast. I figured, since everyone's like, oh, Trials of Osiris comes back this weekend, oh, Messenger, oh, you know, that kind of shit, you know. Oh, Iron Banner's here, oh, he fell in a pulse rifle, you know, that kind of whole thing. I'm not really that, you see right here, I've only been using the pulse rifle and I already got a fucking merciless. That is how good this thing is. This thing's an absolute beast in Crucible. Trust me, I use it in every single Crucible match I do. Of course, it'll drop for you at 280. Mine is currently ascended to 295. Not that it really matters, although in Iron Banner, I'm sure it does matter. But you guys see it right now. You know, I'm just wrecking kids. I'm taking a shit in their cereal bowl. It's amazing. This gun, by far the best gun I've ever used for the Crucible. And that's saying a lot, because back when hand cannons were the be-all end-all of the Crucible, I was using the last word, I was using Thorn, I was using all these great guns. And this is by far the best one I have used. That being said, one other great factor about this gun entirely is the fact that it doesn't take up an exotic slot like your old hand cannons would, or maybe you're using the Red Death or the Bad Juju. The only good things about those two pulse rifles, honestly, is their exotic perks. This doesn't have an exotic perk, however, it is still a beast. I suggest you guys go out right now, do your Armsday packages, just in case you're not, you know, already a level 3. And when the next week comes around, when he has his gun, I highly suggest that you go out to him and you pick this weapon up. It is going to be the biggest favor you can do for yourself. I'm being honest. Hold on, let me take a sip of my drink. Okay. Sorry guys, my throat's been messed up recently. But yeah, like I've been saying, you know, like the title of this video isn't just a clickbait. Ladies and gentlemen, this is by far the best around, and nothing's ever gonna keep me down. The best pulse rifle in the game. You guys see me, I'm normally a shotgun guy. I didn't use my shotgun, or I didn't get a kill with my shotgun at all in this gameplay. That's how good this thing was, because I kept using it the entire time. Of course, like I said, you know, normally I am a shotgun guy. And for me to say that a different gun besides a shotgun is the best gun in the game says a lot. Because you guys can see me right here. You know, I get this double kill right here. Watch this. I'm so low in health, and I still get the double kill. Of course, the Red Death could have cleaned that up a lot easier. But guess what? The Red Death doesn't have the same impact as this. This thing gets it done. Done. It's out. This thing is the best kept secret of the Crucible, and I highly suggest that you get it. Like I said, if you haven't already done Armsday to rank 3 or rank 1, rank 3 and rank 2, you know, that's when you get all your other shit. But I highly... Keith, what are you doing, dude? What the fuck are you doing? What was that? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Just like you guys see right there, I am terrible at the Crucible. But yet, somehow, I'm on top of my team right now. Only using this pulse rifle. You guys know how bad I am at the Crucible. Yet, I still come out on top only using the pulse. This thing is amazing. Of course, if you mix this with a Sunbreaker Titan, maybe a, you know, Sunspot build in Crucible, you're gonna be unstoppable. Chances are you're gonna get a Phantom, you're gonna get a 7th Column, you're gonna get all these cool things just from using this pulse rifle. That's how good this thing is. As you guys can see, we're coming up to the end of the gameplay, and I'm about to get really pissed because I just recorded this gameplay a few minutes ago, and we're about to come up on the loot screen. Alright, well, I'll let you guys see for yourself. And remember, Keith loves you.